Hello there, it's me, Sari, here again, and today I'm here with a sort of scrap haul and trial and error kind of a video. So I thought I'd just rummage through the things that I've got from Scrapbruket just before they went on their holiday. They'll be back in the beginning of July, so no need to worry. You can place your orders and everything and just wait for something fun to come in July. But here we are. I completed my set of Distress Oxide refill inks. Peeled paint was the one that I was missing. You need to shake the bottle before you squeeze it out on a little bit of a, let's say a craft sheet, and I'll just try to make something work with that one. I got myself two Brayers. They are from Ranger, and it's a soft rubber roller with a built-in footed stand. That means that you don't have to put the dirty side towards the paper. You can just turn it over and have the 2 feet taking the heat or the weight. And it's a convenient hanging handle if you want to just hang it on your wall or something. So that's it. I got myself 2 of these because sometimes I have a crafty friend over here and I want to show things, and then we can work at it at the same time, both of us. I got myself this Dylusions Creative Diary. I saw it the first time when I was in Barcelona, Spain, just a couple of weeks ago. I thought I was going to get it, but I didn't. But here we are. So the diary itself hasn't got any dates to it. It just has the weekdays. And on the other side, there's a beautiful page that Dylusions or Diane has made with her stencils and such. And they go in various colors. And there's also something that you can actually color in yourself if you would like to. And just look at that, beautiful. So it's a really fun looking journal. I'm sure I could make this one work. Let's say if I were to challenge myself and do a little bit of journaling every week, let's say, I could do so. And then I could just do a little bit of writing if I've been on a holiday somewhere. I could put in a couple of photos, perhaps have them in a flip position so I can put in quite a lot. So this could actually be a really nice thing to work at. Let's see what I'll end up with this one. I like this a lot anyway. I got some ephemera things from Tim Holtz, and it's called Snippets, and I must say it's pretty tiny things. So there is a London theme here, there are butterflies, there are different sorts of things. And now I have to get rid of it in a convenient place. I'll just go back here, put them in an open container there. I got myself some magnetic sheet thinking they were A4 sized. To my surprise, they were A6 sized. It's a pack of 10, and it's absolutely fantastic to have this set with you if you are going on a craft event, let's say, because then you can just pick out your favorite dies and just go all mad and crazy about it. And let's say you are going to take a small die cutting machine with you, so you could actually make these really cute and handy magnetic sheets. So what I do with these is that just glue these to a chipboard or some kind of a bit sturdier board, and I use some. I could use either packing tape or, let's say, washi tape, just to make the edges a little more pretty and not so sharp, let's say. And then you can just add your dies to this. So let's see, I did get some dies. Perhaps I could find one of them. I'm skipping ahead here, aren't I? So let's say I would like to store these dies on one of those magnetic sheets. I could do so by just putting it there. As you can see, it's going to stay there really well. So it's going to be even better when you are sturdying that one up, because then it won't loosen when the magnetic is soft. It needs the hard backing to it. So I think I'll go back to them later. So I'm just going to put this one up here. Get rid of that one. I got myself a set of quote chips, and it's quite a lot of these. Let's see if I can find another box. I did get another because I ordered them before, because I wanted to have something at home if I'm going to make an album or so, and sometimes I like one of those quotes and I want to use it once more. So it's the same thing, and I like the grungy font. So here we are with those quote chips, and the sayings are on chipboard. Here's a brick wall stamp from KaiserCraft, and I'm hoping I'll be able to use it. Let's see how it works. I'm just going to rip it off from that one, and I'm going to put it on an acrylic block like this. And I thought I could challenge myself by using the stamps and things that I've got here. Let's see if I can make that happen. So I think I'll go for some Distress Oxide inks, and instead of using red ink, which I usually do when it comes to brick walls and such, I thought I could go in. You know what I came to think of? I don't want to waste that ink, so I think that actually put 2 pieces of paper. I need to shift that a little. Put that back there. And the papers aren't of the same colour now, are they? So I'm going to put the papers like this, a little bit like that, and then I'm just going to use it like so. Do a bit of pressing. I could actually help it out on the sides because the stamp was longer than the acrylic block. And now I've got 2 pieces of paper going on, and the stampings are on different sides, so I can actually just choose how I want to use these. I'm just going to stamp it off and put it back where it belongs. And this is basically how much I clean my stamps mostly. I mean, I really can't be bothered. Then I got myself some stamps from Lavinia Stamps, some houses. And I was thinking, since I'll be going to London in a couple of weeks, these might come in handy. Or if I'm going to do something, some sort of journaling from my trip in Barcelona, perhaps I could make it work with these. So I'm just going to use one of them and do a bit of stamping. And in this case I'll actually go for black. I'm just going to put it there and sort of line it up so I know where I am. And excuse me if my head is butting in there. And I'm just going to, let's see if I could do a little bit of so you can see me better. And you know what, I could just do the same thing here really. Or could I? Do I want them to be in the bottom, or do I want them to be like this? Well, they could be like this. And I'll just try to get them straight. There we have it. And it's a good thing I actually remember to stamp with a waterproof ink. Let's say I were to do some colouring afterwards. One thing I can't really understand is why they don't have a backing sheet to these stamps. Instead, one has to dirty up the paper inside. Well, I suppose I can live with that. But the problem is that it's difficult to get it in the package. Ugh, I don't have time for this. Patience. In you go. And then I have these as well. I can't remember the names for them. Let's see if I can find them here. It could be Giselle. So one is solid and one is with a pattern. So let's do this solid one. And I'm going to do it like so, and I'm going to ink her up. Giselle. I mean, this wasn't good now, was it? Just look at this. I'm getting so much ink on the sides, and I don't like that at all. So I just think that I'll do it like this, just to see if I can do a good stamping. It actually works. So I dare to go there now with this method. So I'm thinking she could be all right to put in here. And I mean, this is going to look mad, I'm sure. I'm just going to try these stamps out. A really nice print. Had I not succeeded, I would definitely have gone in, redone the stamping using a stamping tool of sorts. And I think I'll try to use something. I mean, when my stamp is this messy, I actually do take out my baby wipes, and I do a little bit of cleaning up because I don't want this mess inside that package. So I'm putting that one there, Lavinia Stamps, and let's see if I can get it in there. I actually did. So here you go, and here is the companion to that. So if you want a different kind of a background, let's say yellow or blue or something, you could do a layered stamping there. I got myself some silhouette stamps from Nellie Snellen. This one is called Sil 014, Sil 014. And I did like these flowers. And the good thing is, of course, that you can combine these different kinds of stamps from different companies. I mean, you could go with Lavinia, you could go with Nellie Snellen, you could even go with other stamp companies. I won't be mentioning them now because I don't think that Scrapbruket has them in their store. So I thought I'd keep things cohesive. So here we are now, and I thought that I'd just stamp this one. Like so, just to see how... Oh! Goodness sake, look how beautiful that one is. You know, I've been looking at it ever since I saw it in the stores, and I just thought, I don't need this, but I want it. So finally I got it. And in Sweden we have created a new word for this. I mean, you don't really need it, but you want it. So you won't need it. And that's when we say villhöver. Jag vill höver en sån. Jag vill över. So I really won't need that. It sounds crazy in English, I'm sure. But it looks funny, written in Swedish. So here's another silhouette stamp, and I think I'll just put them there. And of course you don't always have to stamp these in black, you don't. But now I'm just going for a simple clean method here. So that was a really nice looking stamp. Sometimes clear stamps, I'm not saying that it's just Nellie Snellen or something. Sometimes different brands of clear stamps don't really stamp that well. But most I found that the Nellie Snellen stamps work really well. Let's move ahead to some other stamps. I couldn't resist. I mean, I do have this stamp in various sizes. And I just couldn't resist getting all of these beautiful butterflies. So let's see where I can end up with these. Perhaps I'll use a couple of these beautiful butterfly stamps. So I think I'll actually go back to the Distress inks, and I'll go for the fossilized amber. And I think I'll just put it there. A beautiful butterfly. And you know what I had in mind actually? I could stamp it like so. And I'll talk to you a little bit about this in a minute. Just clean up the stamp. And let's see if I can take another. I really did like this stamp as well. But of course I could have gone for another colour, come to think of it, so let's do that. I did have some pink there before, but I think I'll go for something blue. So Broken China. What a beautiful colour. Oh, what a beautiful butterfly, just look at that. Just imagine creating a really wonderful background with all of these butterflies, and you could just put it in on your card. So I think I'll just put this butterfly on the other side here, like so. A really nice looking butterfly. I really like the pattern in that. And as you can see, there are many more butterflies to go about. So I think I'll just take this one. and put it aside. And this one is called Flutter CMS 294. And there we went. And then, you know, I've been looking at these. It's the hipster set, CMS 288. And I thought, I mean, that's a set of stamps I really don't want, or perhaps even need. But suddenly, when I saw that Scrapbruket was going to go on their holiday, I just realized that, oh my goodness, I do want some nice things to craft with when it's summer and everything. So, let's see. I'm going to use the cat, the hipster cat, and I'm going to stamp it twice. First on this paper, and I think I'll just go about it like this. I'm going to put it quite near to the butterfly. Oh, what a lovely print. Really crisp and sharp. And I'll be stamping it on another piece of paper. And I'll bring out my big shot in a second or two just to see if I can make it work with the matching dies. And you know, I'm going to put this one in the center. It looks rather fantastic, I must say. So I must admit, this cat is really fabulous. Just look at this. Imagine cutting this paper with a stitched die, or perhaps doing some stamping with a stitched stamp or something. It could be fun. And you could make it really funky. And there are more stamps to go about in this set, the hipster set. There's the ape and the goat and the goose perhaps, and even a chicken. And they are saying legit epic sup. Yeah. OMG. Cray, I don't know what that is. Elme, laughing my ass off. Could it be that? LMAO, sweet. Cray, I don't know what it means. I'm too old, you see. I'm too old. So let's see. So you could just guess my year or my age when I'm starting to say I'm too old. I mean, how old are you when you start saying things like that? So here's another set of stamps from Bo Bunny. It says, take note. It actually has the name there, take note. And I fell in love with these, but also the text, because they are irregular. They aren't completely square and crispy and sharp on the edges, so I just couldn't resist myself. So these were absolutely Villhöver stamps, absolutely Villhöver stamps. So I think that, you know what, I'm thinking the black is going to be quite overpowering, so I think I'll continue using orange Distress Oxide. And it's spiced marmalade. The correct name for it is the spiced marmalade. And I think I'll do the same thing that I did in the beginning. I don't want to forget about those butterflies. So I think I'll just turn this one over, and I'll be putting the stamp here. And of course I got it upside down. Well, it's all right. I'm just trying these out, aren't I? So it stamps well. So let's see how the text works. And that I could stamp in a different color. Let's go for something green. I do have the peeled paint, and I also have the cracked pistachio, and I do like both of them actually. And I think I'll just use the same method with both on the papers, both of the papers. So I think that a little bit of green could do nicely there, but if I'm going to do, I need to actually stay, otherwise I'll be mad in the end. Like so, there we are. And you see here, there was too much dirty things going on there, but you can see that it's going to stamp really nicely on top of that yellow. So it's, let's see, there we are. It has turned on me. And there's another. These clear stamps are rather hard. They aren't flexible as the, let's say, Nellie Snellen stamps are. No! Now it went there with black. Okay, let's do that. It wanted to go black, didn't it? So I think I'll just put it there. Hopefully I'll be able to not squeeze too much on the outside there. Yay! I actually managed. So here we have a text that you can be stamped in various colors. You could even emboss it and continue working from there. So in you go, and the backing on. And I want to keep this one in its place, like so. And I haven't got that many more stamps to go, so I think I just have to stop there. I got a set of watercolor pencils, sweet pastels, and I don't believe I have these things before. I believe this is a new set. I hope it is. There is something in here. Oh my goodness, it's a booklet with just clear papers. How nice. That was a surprise. And let's see, I did get this because I do like the creaminess of these watercolor pencils. I really actually do like them. So I do have quite a few of them since before. And they are really beautiful in a package like this. So let's say I could actually try to color this cat in quickly. This is in watercoloring paper, mind you, so I won't be watering the paper up too much. I'm going to get myself a brush. And let's see if I could do something sensible here. I'm thinking that the cat could have a pink nose. And you know, the colors are rather light, so I'm pressing a little bit harder. And the shirt could be light pink, and I'm just going to put it there. It's not going to be visible at all, so I'm going to add in a little bit more. And you know what? I think I'll just go in with some darker pink as well. And then, well, the shirt, of course, well, the color could be pink, and I'm just going to add in some purple there. Just go mad with colors that I usually don't use. So, yellow there. And perhaps he could have a really colorful jacket. And what about his eyes? I mean, they could definitely be green, couldn't they? And the cat itself could be sort of taupe here and there. And as you can see, I'm not a coloring artist at all, but I just like to try things out. So let's see if I can zoom in so you can see something what I'm doing, something of what I'm doing. And there is water coming out. I'm just going to feel it on my hand like that. And I think I'll just start with the lighter parts. And I'm just going to swipe it rather quickly because this paper isn't watercoloring paper. I could actually move here as well. And you mustn't forget about the area around the eyes because the glasses aren't making him white now, are they? And what I like about these colors is that they are really smooth and nice. Perhaps not on this paper as much, but I'm just going to be happy with it. So there's a little bit of pink there, and it really turned out pale. There was a little bit of pink there as well. Perhaps it could be pink there as well. And I could just take the purple and swipe it like that. And I need to continue with, oh my goodness, I forgot that I was so close. Sorry about that. So I'm just going to do like this. And the tie, what color could the tie be? If I'm just going to continue with these colors, well, should I go with yellow perhaps? Or should I go with the blue? I do like that one. So perhaps I need to add on more. And mind you, this is a set of pastel colors, so perhaps this isn't easy to paint with these. But I find this way a really quick and nice way to actually color things in, and especially in my style, since I am not really that keen on or spending hours coloring things. I'm sure it's very therapeutic and everything, but here we are. So here we have that cat, and I'm going to save this one for a little bit, as well as that one, because I do have matching dies to those, as well as some of these. I didn't get the monkey or the gorilla, I'm not sure which one it was, but I did get these. So we have, these are framelits dies, and they are hipster goat. You know what, I could actually do it like this. Hipster goat, hipster bird, it wasn't a chicken, it looks like a chicken. Hipster ostrich, so it wasn't a goose. Ostrich. Struts in Swedish, perhaps I could teach you a couple of words. Struts in Swedish. Cat, kissemisse, and in Finnish, kissa, kissa, meow, miuku. And then we have the hipster goat, get in Swedish. And all of a sudden I just don't know, I think it was vuohi in Finnish, vuohi. That was a tongue twister, I'm sure, for most of you. Hipster bird, lintu in Finnish, fågel in Swedish. It looks like a chicken to me. And the cat, kissa, meow. So let's see if I can make this work as I'm planning. So I'm going to take the big die. You know, I'm a little bit afraid of all of these things starting to glide and slide when I start rolling with my big shot, because things have a tendency to shake about, especially when I'm crafting. But let's see if I can zoom out even more, so perhaps you can see most of the things that I'm doing. So I've got a magnetic plate there at the bottom. It's not, I mean, the plate is sort of warped, so perhaps I have a better luck using the green, or the colored cutting board. And you know what? What is this? Upside down. I was thinking, what the, you know, what? So looking at this, you know what? I just figured it out. I need to do it like this. I need to do it like this. So I'm going to use, because I did see this trick. Was it Creative Expressions, or was it another American company, or was it a British company? I'm not sure. Creative Expressions, could it have been? And of course I have chosen a tape that isn't easy to find the end on. So what I need to do now is take a piece that will stay on the outside after having cut the piece. So I'm going to turn it over like that, and I'm going to roll it through. And why am I doing it like this? Because it did look like an easy match with the other. Well, here I have the cat, so I could do a practice stamp on this, couldn't I? Just look at those whiskers. There is quite, I mean, you really need to be successful in order to actually get the stamping on those. So let's see if I'm going to succeed with this better. So this is going to be my template for future die cutting with just this die. And I see that I need to help it out a little. I want to keep it still there. And I'm going to put that one there. I'm just going to turn it over like that. And hopefully I'll be able to put this on top and really find the whiskers and everything on both sides. I'm sure my head is going to butt in any second. You know what? As it looks right now, I can see the whiskers. Can you see it? I'm going to zoom in. I'm not going to move anything. But you can see the 3 whiskers. And I'm thinking that this could be a really good try. And in these cases, I mean, if I'm going to do some die cutting, I usually don't color beforehand. But I just wanted to try those pens out. So I hope you understand why I'm doing this in this awkward way. So now I have my cutting template there, and I'm going to roll it through. And I think I'll just go back and forth. And I need to remember to zoom out again so you can see what I'm doing. Front, back and forth, one says. Forth and back. So why does one say back and forth when one is going forth first? Oh, all of these word quizzes. So let's see. I'm going to take out what I have die cut, and this looks like, I think it might be getting stuck to the tape, or it isn't. Well, I can see that I have got a little bit of black there, and a bit of the whisker is gone. But let's see. And one of the whiskers actually disappeared altogether, but it's all right. I mean, I can live with that. So let's see. Here we have. It's a rather nice fit, I must say. I mean, I see that there's a little bit of white on that side, but it's not that bothersome, I must tell you. So with a little practice, you might actually get this one to work. Haha, nice. So I'm going to keep that one in its place. And I do have another chance with the butterflies, mind you. So this one goes there. And what I'm going to do is take back the package for the cat die, like so. And of course the papers are too big. At least this one fits in, I hope. And then I'm just going to put it in here. So I'm going to do it like this. No, like that. So here we have it, the cat, hipster cat. So this is the first bit, and well, let's see. And let's move ahead with the butterfly. And this is not the last thing that I'll be doing. I do have something more I could do. And here is quite a lot of butterflies, and all I have to do now is find the proper butterfly. So I don't think that one's the one. And these are things that I would absolutely love to have on a magnetic sheet, actually. Perhaps the thing is like that you're going to cut the body first, and then you're going to cut the antlers, or what you call them. Could this be one? It could. And I'm thinking that the other one is a little bit too tight, so I need to cut these separately. It isn't one, this is the one. So that's something you could think about, of course. If you're going to do multiple die cuts, you could actually do it separately. So I have the magnetic board at the bottom, and I'm going to dare to cut it like this, because it does look like a nice fit, doesn't it? So I hope, you know what, I see a little bit of white there, so perhaps that's better. The good thing about having a colored cutting board is that when you have a lot of clutter on your side, and mostly they are white, having these white or sort of see-through cutting plates really makes them disappear now, doesn't it? So having colored cutting plates is really a good tip. Oh, there is something wrong with my eyes, I'm sure, because I always get a little bit of extra on the left side. So I'm not sure, I mean, even if I would play baseball, I'm sure I would be hitting it to the left. I mean, that's just me. So I believe I had it there. I didn't. This was the one. So if I know that I'm going to get it a little bit to the left, should I try? I see a little bit of white there, don't I? So I don't want to go there. There's a white there. So it's a little bit of a precision game, this is, but eventually you'll get there. And you could, of course, do it with the other way that I showed you before, creating a stencil for your die cutting. If you look at this, still a little bit more on the left side, but still it's a rather nice fit, I must say. So I'm happy about this. So I do like the dies from Tim Holtz because they cut closer to the image than many other brands. Because I don't want a white halo around. I mean, otherwise I could just do the cutting with my scissors then, couldn't I? So I don't really see the point with having that white halo. So I could stow this one away, I'm sure. Let's see if I could use the this one and perhaps another color to create something, a background of sorts. And in this case I'm going to go for a smaller piece of paper because I can't really fill that much space with just 1 or 2 colors, can I? So I'll be pushing them aside and I'll be taking this one. There's a bit of glitter here, perhaps I ought to clean it up. Look at that mess. It means that I have been crafting, doesn't it? So, shake it up, shake it, shake it, shake it. And you know what? 1 droplet, or perhaps even 2, goes a really long way. And where are the others then? Here they are. And here are the others. So I'm thinking green there. Green, green, green. Let's see. Usually I don't blend green and purple, but I think I'll just do it today. Just for you guys. And I did have a spraying bottle. Or what bottle was it? Now where is it? I think I'll just go and fetch another then, because I can't find it. So I'm going to do, here we are still. And I'm going to spray it rather well actually, because there isn't that much color there. And I'm going to take this piece of paper, I'm going to drag it through. And it's a really soft look now, isn't it? So I could pick up a little bit more. And I need an embossing heat tool, really. But I'm not going to be bothered about that. So this is a way to create texture. I could let this one dry. And I could, because I don't really like that mixture. It sort of looks like, I don't know, concrete or something. So this is not what I want to continue working with. You know what, I think I'll just get them anyway. So here we have it. I've got my embossing gun or heat tool. I see the bottle on the floor now, you see. That was the one thing that fell down when I was doing something. So, if I want to heat set this, or dry it, as I should say. And since I do have those two, I could just pick them up. And just like a TV chef that has things prepared, you could continue to make it look like this, or you could even make it look like this, having combined several colors of these Distress Oxide refill inks. So that's it. Let's see if I could do something else with a brayer as well. Let's see what I could do. Perhaps I could try it with some ink and a stencil. Perhaps. I think I'll just take a couple of Tim Holtz stencils then. There are many stencils here, and they come in 2 sizes, and of course you can't have one and not the other, so it's going to be rather difficult for you to choose, I'm sure. So if I'm going to take a small piece of paper like this and just take out some inks and this brayer, perhaps I could continue with these just to keep it simple. So I think, I mean, in comparison to using a brush, a stencil brush to wipe things on, that's one way to go about it. You know what, since the paper is like this, you know what, I really don't, yeah, this one could work perhaps, because I don't want, you know, it was the perfect size, the perfect width, amazing. So I'm going to start off with the darkest color, and I'm just going to ink this one up rather well. Since I do want ink on the whole of the roll, I need to go about it quite a lot like this. So now it seems like it's inked up. I'm trying to keep it lined up with the paper like that, and let's see if I can make it work. So all I do really is color in the stencils, the stencil itself. Nothing goes to the paper, so that's one thing proved. Do not use that method if you want to use that, because if you would like to, you could of course go with this one, but what would happen, I can make two. What will happen now is that I'm going to get the text back and front to backwards, but let's say, oh, look at that. Had it been that the stencil itself had been backwards, you could have gotten really nice text there with the skeleton of that text. I really like this. So a happy accident, I must say. And before I forget about myself, I'm going to wipe it a bit cleaner. It won't be clean. It's a crafty tool, for goodness sake. But that wasn't the thing I was aiming for. So I suppose, when do I want to use a brayer then? Well, let's see if I can keep my train of thought here like a second or two. I was thinking first that I would like to use it with a stamp, a background stamp. So let's see if I can make it work as I want to. So I think I'll try these stars. Scrapbruket does have stamps from Nellie Snellen, so I'm pretty secure of you showing this. So what I could do, of course, is I could try to, I'm just thinking, I mean, I have, you know, we have these mixed media plates and everything. What am I going to do with a brayer, I'm thinking? Of course you could just use it for ink up big pieces of paper with, let's say, acrylic paint and such. But that wasn't what I was aiming for. What am I aiming for now? I'm thinking, do I need to pull out the mixed media things? I'm not sure where I have put them. So I suppose I should end here, because right now I can't really think of what to do, because I can't find my small mixed media plates from Nellie Snellen, so I'm sorry I have to finish things in this way. But I hope that you still got a couple of ideas of what to do with things that I have gotten here today. So all of these things came from Scrapbruket, apart from this big stamp here. Stencils are going in and out, so you might be lucking out getting some of them and perhaps not all of them. So I'm going to sign off right now before I say anything more stupid. Bye bye.